All right, we got One Punch Man chapter 214. Let's get it. You know the recap. Let's check this out. What your boy Plot Armor got to tell us. You know I like his details and how he put stuff.
Cover page of One Punch Man chapter 214, titled Fanatics, features Saitama talking
to now this was hard right here. Boy, Murata is This car remind me of that vehicle in what that gang called Mafia. That latest Mafia gang when they were driving. This that car remind me of, bro. This is hard, bro. Dang, this is so hard. The details and everything too. Oh my god.
Buggy driving Sweet Mask. So after going years without a colored cover, we have now received 2 of them back to back. And 3 chapters ago, we had that
boy, that motorcycle is nasty.
Beautiful motorcycle cover. So Murata seems to be adding interesting vehicles to his typical rotation of Tatsumaki and Fubuki cover pages. Last time, Sweet Mask was facing off against Pesky Clown, a monster with multiple lives and the ability to gain strength relative to the attention he receives. And because he's up against one of the most popular heroes in the world, their fight has attracted quite a crowd. But aside from the admirers, the idol hero also had his fair share of haters. One of them complained about the hero showing off and just being a scrawny guy with a nice face.
It's just that hate, bro. Yeah, that comes with it right there. That comes with it, bro. That comes with it.
Another guy told him to pick someone else to hate on, because at the end of the day, Sweet Mask is perfect. Apparently, this guy knew just how muscular Sweet Mask is from seeing him in magazines.
That's glazing.
And saw no chance of his friend winning in a fight against him. Another man was less familiar with the idol, but recognized him from the commercials for some popular mint gum. Although his son recognized him as the voice of the character, Charisman, the King of Heroes. But with King being the name of an actual top hero, I feel like they could have come up with something a little more unique. Then again, there are already so many monsters in this series with King in their names as it is. A woman shouted to Sweet Mask that she bought his new single and is looking forward to his upcoming album.
Bro, if this don't say glaze right here, I don't think no other anime is doing this. Other animes, they are forming. Sweet Mask is R forming and he got the glazes on his side.
And if you are buying singles in this day and age, then you are definitely a big fan.
Yeah, crazy glazing.
Someone else began looking around for the cameras that were sure to be nearby. The female members of the crowd were mostly swooning. People began to raise their phones and record the event. And here, I get the feeling that Murata's assistants may have handled the art for these citizens in the panels. The style is a bit different, but since these are just random faces, it is very understandable. Rumors began to spread about this being all part of a hidden camera show. People were eager to be part of some special filming, although one lady was stressed out over the poor state of her hair. In response to all this, Sweet Mask sought to make it abundantly clear that what he was handling at the moment wasn't an act at all. The monster that was threatening the amusement park was real, so he told them all to run away immediately. Sadly, none of his
the aura that this man has. They came in, they like, oh, we hear you, but we believe in you, bro.
Words seemed to register with the crowd. They actually couldn't hear him over how loud they themselves were being and just chalked it up to him being mad about something. They continued to marvel at his physique and beg for his attention. And again, I doubt this panel was drawn by Murata. And you know, I can also kind of understand thinking that a monster with a clown theme attacking an amusement park would be a prank. Getting a bit closer, we would see—
this right here had me rolling. I will be the one that will approve if this is him or not.
A super fan in attendance. As a high-ranking member of his fan club, she demanded that they all pipe down. According to her, the proper etiquette is to approach his beauty in silence. She complained about not being able to hear his wonderful voice over all the racket, while the guy next to her was eager to see the guy's hero mode. The crowd just kept getting bigger and bigger. Rumors that Sweet Mask used a body double for hero work were swiftly disproven. For someone else, this wasn't their first time seeing the idol hero put a monster down. There was no doubt about his strength. but they did wonder if an injury to his face would spell trouble for the drama show he's involved in. Sweet Mask had to accept that the crowd situation wouldn't be changing, so instead of evacuation, he would make a speedy extermination his utmost priority. Meanwhile, Pesky Clown was having the time of his life. He felt great and his muscles were bulging. The monster was getting stronger. As fear
Stronger and stronger as more attend.
shifted to admiration, Pesky spun his buzzsaw unicycle and asked if Sweet Mask had always received this much attention. He lashed out with his hammer before any response could be given. While evading, Sweet Mask had his shades knocked off. They clattered to the ground just as the hulking hammer slammed down. Quickly, the superfan
They is running for it, bro.
dropped what she was doing and lunged for the sunglasses, while another woman decided to fight for them too. Turning in a panic, Sweet Mask shouted at them to stop and stay away. But they were already in the midst of motion as Pesky rolled in for a follow-up attack. Sweet Mask dove and caught both women as Pesky's hammer crashed down.
Woo! Nasty. Kick in the guy's face.
He also managed to deliver a mean kick to the clown's face. The hero unceremoniously tossed the fans aside and set his
Look at that.
sights on the monster. The still reeling clown locked eyes with him.
Yeah, like he ate that.
Then they were forcibly shut by a heavy backhand to the face, followed by a
Bro, this right here was so hard, bro. It like, cause the monster, like, he gotten too big, bro. Good Lord, look at the blood coming out.
full-page stomach rupturing punch. And then
with a nasty kick.
a full-page kick that hurled the burly clown in the opposite direction. What a sequence! The crowd was awed by the staggering display of heroism and athleticism. Even if he's not on the level of top martial artists like Bang, Bomb, and Garo, Sweet Mask is still nothing to play with. I actually wonder how he would have fared during the Super Fight tournament. But although one of the monster's health bar balloons had popped, the attention and emotions had also spiked, which had a noticeable effect on the monster's strength as he exuded a terrible pressure. Sweet Mask could tell that things were getting worse and rushed to finish things. Unfortunately, even more people have been attracted to the spectacle, and none of them recognized the fight for the dangerous situation it really was. And I'll tell you, man, this arc has definitely done wonders for Sweet Mask's actual popularity. Through not only his words, but also his actions, it is clear that Sweet Mask actually cares about people and being a proper hero.
He's really him.
Although he seemed to be very shallow and even unlikable at first, he is one of the very few top heroes who is truly altruistic. Sweet Mask delivered a flurry of blows that gave the clown no opportunity to retaliate or recover. And that's when his third balloon popped.
Ooh, finna get nasty on the next one, bro.
So in essence, Sweet Mask has killed this thing 3 times now. But as the crowd grew, so did the number of phone recordings. Plenty of people were streaming his heroic struggle. This garnered tens of thousands of views across various platforms in seconds. The comments were rolling in as more and more people paid attention. Now, although this chapter is still very accurate, this social media element wasn't in the webcomic. But I definitely think it is a great fit. It only further justifies the exponential growth of a previously disaster-level tiger threat in such a short period of time. And you know, for as dumb as the civilians have proven themselves to be in this series and in this moment, I can't help but feel like this is how it would be in real life. As all of a sudden, Pesky Clown caught a punch that would have once been lethal. The massive monster was
Look at this. Oh my God. Bro, Marauder went nasty with it. Oh my God. Bro, this is so much right here, bro. Oh my. Ain't no way.
looking scarier than ever as he clutched onto the hero's entire arm. All the attention had given him a ridiculous amount of power. So much so that it was overflowing. Even Pesky was afraid of his own power. So he had to thank Sweet Mask for being the catalyst to his evolution. So yeah, man, unfortunately, Sweet Mask continues to be a victim of terrible matchups. If You're Ugly happened to be the debilitating representation of his greatest weakness, while Pesky Clown feeds off of his greatest strength. And through this, I can see how terrible popularity would be for someone like Saitama. It probably wouldn't make much of a difference when it comes to fights, but Saitama does have a bit of a temper. I mean, he's considered destroying the planet on more than one occasion.
I promise you.
And those were for inconveniences like noisy neighbors and losing his home. Sweet Mask was trying to make Saitama even more popular than himself. And this guy is already like Michael Jackson levels for his world. So just imagine how Saitama would handle the paparazzi. Now, last time, we noticed that the pacing was about 2 manga chapters for every webcomic chapter. But with this one, we seem to have slowed down even more. Even so, between full pages and a colored cover, I can't say I really mind. You guys seem to be enjoying the recent chapters, especially those cover pages. So let us know what you think about this one in the comments. As always, I'm
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, bro. Hey, yo, bro. It's finna get nasty, bro. I'm just ready for the Neo's hero arc, bro. That's all. But you already know. Link up below.